All right. Hey, welcome back, Dallas Ducks fans, to another week of Dallas Ducks this week. We got a couple special guests tonight, along with our regular head coach, Sean Falzone. Welcome back, Coach Falzone.
Thank you.
And back once again, we've already been through a practice run. The Dallas Ducks goaltending coach, Brian Guevara, out of the Chicago area. A 40-year veteran of coaching, both as a player and now as a coach and instructor. Welcome, Coach Guevara.
Thank you. Thank you.
And also tonight, Aaron Kirby, the arena manager at the Poppy Waterman Ice Arena, an original member of the Dallas Ducks crew, and looks after a lot of the sort of off-ice activity, as well as keeping the arena looking one of the best in the league. Welcome, Aaron.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Let's start out with Coach Falzone. Just going to go through if there's any updates. I understand we have a new returner as of a couple days ago.
Yeah, we just signed Cody Long's coming back, big D man. It'll be great and excited to have his size in the back there, and we're excited to get one more returner back. He loved the Dells area, and he wanted to make sure he's back in the Dells. So happy to have him.
Yeah, another big defenseman. We're starting to look like we're going to have a lot of big returners to go with our speed up front. That's a really good addition, Coach.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited. Gives a little more size, and with the players that we got for the like your right speed and they're a little bit shortness, I'd say. It'll bring out an addition and be a good plus.
Yeah, for sure. One thing I'd like to mention, not a Dells Ducks member, actually a member of the Minnesota Mullets, but a Dells area resident, Sebastian Frank, was a student at Wisconsin Dells High School, I believe as a freshman and sophomore, before joining the Minnesota Mullet staff. Just recently signed to attend Gustavus Adolphus in the MIAC division. So congratulations. Aaron, you're probably pretty familiar with Seb. I think he played with Guerin maybe in high school.
Yeah, he did. He was Sebastian was a good kid, a strong family. His brother was quite the stud player as well.
Right.
And mom and dad are very supportive of hockey, both obviously of his kid and the local association while they were here. Sebastian improved quite a bit after making that jump from high school to juniors. I have to be honest, I was one of the first ones to say, I don't know if this kid can do it, because he just, he hadn't quite got there, in my opinion. But he put the work in, and he did a fabulous job. It's very good. Hats off to his family.
Yeah, he really stuck it out and did a great job. He wore a C on his jersey this past season, and we wish him well with another 4 years of hockey in front of him. So now we're going to turn to Coach. I'm sorry, Kirby. I meant to ask you any update, anything new at the Poppy Waterman. I know that the construction has been delayed a little bit because of the situation that's going on this summer. But where are we at there?
Well, right now the major remodel is on hold still, pending what's going on here in the state of Wisconsin.
Right.
Fingers are crossed that we could maybe phase in the project over maybe yet this summer, and then finish it up next spring and summer. One way or another, we'll be ready to go the third week in September when the boys are ready to hit the ice.
Right. They had delayed the start of the regular season, so I guess that gives you a little bit of extra time too to get things worked out. So sooner or later, the Poppy Waterman is going to become a real nice arena, and we appreciate everybody's patience in waiting the process for sure.
Absolutely.
So, Coach Guevara, welcome again. Just wanted to kind of go through some of the things with the goaltending, which we have in place. We already have 3 goaltenders set for the upcoming season. Isaac Hyde, an 01, I believe, from the Fort Wayne area.
Yep.
He has some junior experience. Mitch Miskevich from your area. I think he's out of Niles, maybe, in the
Yeah,
Chicago
just outside of
area.
Niles.
Right. And Anthony Falzone, an 03, who you're very familiar with, having
Yep.
worked with him for several years. Maybe you could just go through the goaltending for the upcoming season, Coach.
You know, I mean, putting these three goalies together, you know, Coach Falzone and I, you know, we got on and did quite a bit of searching. We had a lot of goalies that did reach out, and obviously Anthony being his son, you know, and working with Anthony for so many years, watching him just grow as a player, just also as, you know, becoming from a little kid to a very well developed young man. You know, he's got some, for his young age, he does carry some leadership skills on the ice, off the ice, you know, around the rink and stuff like that, and, you know, carrying that along into the locker room. Now, like with Mitch, high school that he's played with was Notre Dame Prep, right over in my local area here and everything. You know, good sized goalie, you know, not huge, not small, but very athletic. He would actually turn around and face an average 45 to 55 shots a game. Team that was in front of him just really wasn't so well, but he was actually the ones that every team had to answer. And I've talked to plenty of teams that high school teams that he's played against, and they even said the same thing. You know, if it wasn't for him, you know, games have been blown out, which also kind of forced him to be more athletic. His flexibility and everything, his awareness is pretty well. And I've also been actually working with him as this whole pandemic has been going on and everything, and doing some private lessons with him. Like Isaac, I've talked with him on a few occasions and stuff like that. In the very beginning, when we were talking with goaltenders and stuff like that, great attitude with the junior experience that he has and stuff like that. You know, he kind of got discouraged there in the beginning, while during our conversation. And then after, you know, Coach Falzone and we started talking with him. I believe it started bringing his own self-confidence back up, realizing what he's going to be able to get with us. You know, I mean, I believe, you know, with our organization, what Coach Falzone has put together and everything, I believe we're going to have a lot to offer, you know, not just for goaltenders, but players overall. We'll have a lot to bring for everybody in the staff, the billets, and, you know, and the fans, and potentially, hopefully, get even more and more fans that will come in the door.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And, you know, it's really nice to see that we have three goaltenders, all of them very accustomed to facing a lot of rubber, which is, you know, that really bodes well. You know, and they seem to really relish the pressure situations, going by their questionnaires and their answers on the questionnaires and things like that. And they always say, you know, you should build a team from the back to the front. The Ducks have kind of had a reputation through their first 9 seasons for having some pretty steady goaltending, going back to Coach Falzone's first year, when he had a really nice trio then as well. And it looks like, you know, that's one area that the team should be pretty strong in.
Yeah, we should be doing pretty well back there, you know. And the thing is, though, too, is, you know, when you build a team, you my opinion, I mean, and I've been a head coach for multiple teams throughout the years and stuff, and every team I've ever built, I've always started with my goaltenders and built the rest of my team around them. You know, but like with the three that we have here, we are very fortunate to have these three here. They're very skilled in different ways. Just like a player, a goaltender in themselves, though, too, you cannot treat no two player the same. You got to coach them to who they are and what they are. And then, you know, what we wanted to do with the three goalies is we want to have a two-go-to goalie for any given situation. You know, no goalies, you know, each one of them is going to have a stronger team that they're going to be able to play against, or a specific style that another team that we're going to play against. And that's what we want to build. We want to get these three to progress very well. And And I believe with watching some of the videos from like Isaac, working with Anthony, and just most recently working with Mitch, I believe we're going to have a good trio back there. It's going to be a good, friendly competition for the three. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. And the rest of the team will thrive on it, though, too, I believe.
Yeah, one of the things I really like, Coach Rhodey talked a little bit about it last week, too. You and Coach Rhodey have both been active in already kind of making plans and sending out assignments to the players, both physical and some kind of bonding type things. And it just gives you a jump on everybody. I got to think they're going to come to camp knowing each other and want to win for each other.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I mean, because when we like us doing this type of stuff, you know, and what was great though too is you know, with Coach Falzone jumping on and everything, encouraging it and stuff like that. And you know, I've gone to him and say, hey, you know, what do you think about doing this? You know, I want to try to get along with the players. You know, like quite, you know, like assignments, weekly assignments and stuff like that. And just like you said, is trying to bring them together. It will give us this jump start. Unfortunately, with the pandemic that's going on, we found another way to start to do this. So now when we have the players talking to one another, the coaches are seeing it though too, and then we're able to feed off of that though too. So we're not being left in the dark. But it's going to give us the jump start. It is. I believe it's definitely going to give us the jump start. And times we end up hitting the ice, these guys are already going to know each other. And just subconsciously, they're going to know right where each and every one of the player is on the ice without even having to pick their head up. You know, I mean, they're already getting along. They're reaching out in every way, every means possible.
Right. And as far as on the ice goes, it sounds like steps are being taken. A lot of the other leagues or sports groups are starting to make their way back to their various arenas and things like that. You both have a couple activities planned, which may or may not involve some of the players on this team. I know you have a camp coming up, Coach Falzone, I believe, in early June. Your Chi-Tech Sports and Coach Guevara's North American Goalie School, kind of a combination effort. That's going to be in the Windy City, I guess, and then later in July down in Louisiana, right?
Yeah, our future goals, what we've been doing for the last couple of years has been doing camps. Coach Brian's done his own goalie camps. Me and Rhodey done our own camps. Coach Rhodey's done stick handling and power skating camps. So we did a couple of years ago. We combined ourselves. And right now we're doing one out of Chicago June 5th, and then we're doing one in Lafayette in July. And then hopefully soon we'll start bringing those camps over to the Dells and getting Kirby involved and getting involved over there and expand ourselves a little more. So we've offered to our players they can come out and, well, especially right now with them doing absolutely no hockey, we want them out right away. And so we put the offer out for them. There's some of them are come out as instructors, but we would like them. They're going to be going through everything just as much as anybody else because they need to get on the ice. And even us coaches, Coach Rhodey is having withdrawals. I'm going nuts. Coach Brian's skating on fake ice. I mean, we're trying everything in our power to keep going. We're rollerblading and trying to keep me just trying to keep in shape. The rest of them kind of keep their edge work going and that kind of stuff. So.
Yeah, we end up building a synthetic ice rink, my neighbor and I, right down the street. So that's how I've been able to do private lessons with our one goaltender, Mitch. So.
Yeah, Aaron, you must be getting itchy to get back in the rink again and get things going too.
Yeah, I'm going to get in there probably starting next week and start doing some freshen up because we've been kind of putting things a little bit, expecting this remodel to be happening. So we got a little bit of housekeeping issues. We're going to put put lipstick on a pig and get us through one more season and just, make it the best of what we got, what the cards we've been dealt right now. So.
Yeah, no, it's still already a nice rink and you do a great job there. And one of the things that you could probably comment on, the returners that will be back for the Dells Ducks, you sort of socialized with them as much as anybody last season. And I know you told me before that you really like these kids and the ones that are coming back, they're going to be carrying a lot of weight, as leaders on a young team. And you really think they're up to it, don't you?
Yeah, I'm actually tickled pink of what Sean has been able to do. With any of these kids, they're impressionable, and they had a very good relationship with Coach Josh last year, and for them to come into the same organization but with different ownership and different coaching, kind of an unknown, really says a lot for what type of kid they are.
Yeah.
The kids that are coming back, name Cody Young or Long rather. Good, solid kid. He improved quite a bit over the season.
Yeah.
Got a lot more confidence. He's one of those kids that you just want in the locker room. He's upbeat. He's always smiling. He's got this quirky smile to him that just kind of feeds in excitement in everybody. And seeing the names that Coach Falzone is bringing back, we're not going to have that cancer in the locker room, if you will, that no coach wants. And I think it's definitely a good core coming back to help the young kids.
I agree. And so in the weeks ahead, we're going to be talking to some of these players. We'll probably get a chance to meet a lot of our returners and some of our new players. We're going to try to do something every week. I do appreciate the three of you coming aboard this afternoon on this, and we'll try to put something out to keep everybody posted. And Ducks fans, if you do want to keep up on it, just watch for this video every week, and we'll keep you up to date on what's going on. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Jimmy.